Hi, my name's Dr. Louise Bright. I'm Director of Research and Business Engagement at the University of South Wales. And part of my role is to focus on gender equality, and I've got a particular interest in gender equality in STEM. STEM is science, technology, engineering, maths and medicine. You'll often hear people talk about STEM and gender equality and the leaky pipeline. And really that leak starts for very young children in school and permeates right the way up through to higher education and STEM industry. And a really good example of that is some stats around our professors in STEM in universities in Wales. So back in 2014, we had 5 women professors in engineering and technology throughout all Welsh universities. And despite significant efforts by every university in Wales to achieve gender equality in STEM, it took until 2018 to push that number from 5 to 10 women professors in engineering and technology in Wales. And just to give some context, back in 2018, compared to the 10 women, there were 110 men who were professors in engineering and technology throughout Welsh universities. So what's the reason? What's going on? Well, it's complex. If it was a simple problem, somebody in a university would have solved it by now. It's really complex. There are a number of things at play. We know that leaky pipeline really leaks quite significantly after women have families. Many of them don't come back. When they do come back, and they come back part-time, they find their careers particularly hampered, and they don't progress at the same pace as male counterparts. We know that women lack confidence in comparison to men, and we also know that women take on pastoral roles, so they are often found looking after students, and that doesn't necessarily mean that you progress your career, even though it's a really valid and good thing to do. So there are lots of things at play. Another thing we know is that women don't see other women in senior positions. So there's a real lack of role models. Now, there are massive efforts in universities to try and correct this, and indeed in FE and in schools, but it takes a long time. And one of the things that I'm working on is the Wales Women in STEM initiative that brings together a network of people to kind of shift this imbalance. But I think it's really important to note that it isn't just for us. This isn't just for women to do. This isn't a problem that women have to solve. We really need allyship, and to move this at pace, we need men to stand side by side with us and to really break some of those biases so that the children in schools have a real fair chance of succeeding in STEM careers in Wales.